So we're back for some more Gordon Freeman, baby. There are some of his stats on this young AA season, but let's get right into it. We're gonna sim these next two games and have a series against the Frisco Rough Riders. So here we go. Now, as we all know, Gordon Freeman is just like the greatest thing since sliced bread. I mean, nobody can touch Gordon Freeman. He is a right fielding virtuoso. I mean, he's just, the fact that he's still 6th in the order is quite honestly, they're just trying to keep him down. I mean, it's just the coach and everyone above him. It's just because they've been around so much longer. They're jealous and they want their shot before Gordon Freeman gets his. So I hadn't actually hit play. Clearly, I am not the pro that Gordon Freeman is. Fastballs are in general the most accurate. Yeah, I'm going to sneeze in a second. Good start to the stream. There we go. Luckily, I have tissues up here just for such an occurrence. I'm an extraordinary, well-thinking, very clever individual. I dropped my controller. Let's just skip this. I'll let the people say whatever they want. And there we go. Woohoo! Minor League Baseball, Iron Horse Stadium, Frisco. Some sneezing. Only on my channel will you get this sort of content, ladies and gentlemen. Oh god. Oh, so much bleeding. Oh dear. Alright, we're good. So, Gordon Freeman still 6th in the order. That's going to have to change. It will change. Just going to quickly check the charge on my controller. My controller's fine, full power. More power! It's a home improvement reference. You return to the application, so yada yada. Alright, Gordon Freeman, first up.
Gordon Freeman will stand in for the first time, and he's seen that average climb during his current 7-game hitting streak.
He's been batting 500. It's just absolutely phenomenal, amazing. A Vulcan change up. This is new, and a slider.
First offering on the way. And this
a little
is gonna
bit
be
late.
A foul ball.
Decided too late that was a good pitch to hit. Doesn't matter what you throw, Gordon Freeman's got his eye on the prize. Oh my god. See, when you're facing Gordon Freeman, the strike zone just shrinks, you're under so much pressure, and you know he has the ump in his back pocket, so you really got to make the perfect pitch, and that wasn't it.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And that swung on and
you got lucky.
Back.
Gordon knew that was going to be ball 2, but he wanted to give you the advantage. See if you can work your way out of this. Wow. That pitch just spun backwards and did a loop-de-loop right under the bat. That's some interesting physics.
Number 7 will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 7 games.
See, clearly he has not seen Gordon Freeman's instructional hitting videotaped series, out now on VHS and participating retailers. Got to get on that.
Now here's the pitch. And this is hit well towards the hole.
Well, now,
this will get through into right.
Very interesting. He somehow was able to manage a hit there. It's probably our pitching staff just isn't all that good. I mean, Gordon has been trying to give them tips, but they just haven't been listening.
Andy Ibanez will stand in. A line out.
2 out, nobody on. So, unless we give up a solo homer here, we're going to be scoreless again.
2-2. Hammered the other way to deep right field. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this.
That was unfortunate.
And he'll make it into third here with a 2-out triple.
The ball just would not stay still, it just kept moving and flapping.
Might have a chance to roll back and get it. And I don't the wall was a little closer than it actually was, but he kind of pulls off it in the end, and this is going to wind up a triple.
At least they didn't have the audacity to try and slap him with an error. Oh, they got him home too.
Gordon Freeman will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time.
Alright, well, let's see what you got. I'm privy to your change-up action nonsense now.
Now the first pitch. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one.
I mean, did you honestly think Gordon was going to swing at that? He's batting 500 over the last 7 games. Did you really think that was going to fool him? I don't think anybody did.
Here's the 1-0.
Again, I mean, what is this?
2-0.
This
and
is
this is
rubbish.
something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
not
Gordon Freeman
unrelated
challenges you to
either.
try and
You're
find
going
pitches
good at the
inside.
plate.
He dares you to do it. He
Usually
leaves
you're
it
being
open.
selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find
You are
yourself
very
in these
lucky
kind of
that was
counts.
not crushed. Gordon was just a little bit antsy.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he gets under
Oh,
this one
wow.
as the ball is skied into very shallow
You got
right.
so lucky, my friend.
Ibanez got it
You got lucky with that
inside
pitch. There's no way you meant to
No
throw
runs
that
on a
pitch.
hit, no errors, and
But
a
the
man
fact that you
left.
missed your
To
target
the
actually
bottom
made
of
it a
inning
better
number
pitch.
4 we go.
You
The
got
Rough
lucky, my
Riders are out in
friend.
front,
You will not get
1-0.
lucky next time. You just keep giving Gordon Freeman RBI opportunities. I mean, I know he's not in scoring position, but when Gordon Freeman's in the batter's box, being on base is scoring position.
Here's the first offering. Low
Well,
for
that was a
ball
mistake. I mean, if you're going to throw a fastball that low, I mean, you got to know that Gordon Freeman's not going to chase. This is Gordon Freeman we're talking about. This man has legions of fans everywhere.
The 1-0 pitch. Now a swing
Well,
and
you
ball
just got
clock
lucky
high in the
again.
air over toward foul ground. Adams
This is
over
going to be the
now.
one
He's got it
game
for route number 2.
the entire year that Gordon Freeman's going to pop up 2
Here's that
straight
swing again.
pitches.
This is in show motion, and you'll see that that's a few inches above the thumbs. You'll be feeling that one all night long.
Gordon
I mean, you
Freeman
just keep
will
making
dig in
this
now,
mistake.
And he'll do so representing the tying run.
Gordon Freeman's got the... What are you talking about? He's got home run power. You clearly were not here the last time, Steve. New pitcher, what has he got? Slider, changeup, and a knuckle curve. No problem.
First pitch coming.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what that was. I mean, sure, some of these AA mopes would swing at that, but you've got major league hitting ability at the plate right now. Unfortunately, Matt Olson is slow, so he's not going to take that base.
Now the pitch. This is lifted
Boom.
into the air out towards center field.
Does it have the power, or is it going to fall just short? Just a little short. If this game was taking place 10 hours earlier, Gordon, that would have been a home run. The ball just not carrying this evening. I mean, they got lucky, really. That was bad location, and Gordon Freeman put a good swing on that. And any other day, that's a home run. We've got our first viewer of the evening. And by evening, I mean early afternoon, because that's what it is. At least for me. Well, that's the game. You have no idea how lucky you were, Rough Riders. But Gordon Freeman will be back next game. Like you wouldn't believe. Excuse me. So I've noticed that I was watching a bit of my last stream because I'm extremely narcissistic that way. And I noticed that it wasn't maybe the most interesting thing that had ever been seen on Twitch, which is really what I'm aiming for. I mean, it's boom or bust for me. So I'm gonna, hey Kyle Crick, I know who he is. So I'm gonna try and make it a little bit more entertaining. Although, I mean, Gordon Freeman's really gonna take care of that himself, but I figure I can help a little bit. No, he can't do it all on his own. You need to help him from time to time. Even just a variety of settings. By going to settings, that's amazing. Thank you, Sony. I had no idea that you could alter settings by going to the settings tab. This is brand new information. It's really going to change my life.
Takes us to the South Central region of the United States, and it's
Iron Horse Stadium again.
Here it's the second of this 4-game series.
Now the Rough Riders are also under 500, and this would put them at 500. So we gotta really knuckle down, rally behind Gordon Freeman, and make sure they don't get this win. Of course, the most important thing is individual stats for Gordon. Whoa, 7th in the batting order. Coach, what are you doing? It's like you don't even like Gordon Freeman or something. You don't trust just how good the young phenom is. My goodness, this is an error in judgment. Don't worry, we will make the Rough Riders and our coach pay for such a decision.
Gordon Freeman will stand in for the first time now, and he's been hot as a firecracker of late, and he's seen that average shoot up.
You're kidding me?
Quite a bit
Firecrackers
these past 8
get their
ball
heat
games.
from Gordon Freeman. Gordon Freeman invented heat. Slider changeup, no problem. And he's left-handed. We've got this in the bag. This is a home run
First
waiting to
offering
happen.
on the way.
No, dude.
Fastball off the
No
plate
way.
away. It's ball
You kidding?
1.
Why would you throw that? Just how stupid do you think Mr. Freeman is?
No score here as we play inning number 2.
Just try throw that again. I dare you.
Here's the 1-0. And he takes
Well,
a
you got
big
lucky.
swing here, but this winds up a little tapper.
Doesn't matter, you're not going to get him anyway.
And
Gordon
the inning is
Freeman,
gonna
ladies and
continue
gentlemen.
here as he reaches on an
Even when the
infield
pitch
single.
just absolutely dies, hits a gust of wind, and just absolutely falls out of orbit towards the ground, Gordon Freeman's got the speed to make it to
Jacob
first anyway.
Nottingham will get his first cuts here with 2 gone now and a runner at
And you need to be
first.
careful because I'm telling you in advance, Gordon Freeman is stealing that base. You see that base? That's going to be Gordon's base. It's Freeman's base. It's not your base, it's my base.
Pause, now the pitch.
I dare you to try and stop me.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Well, you can tell he's trying to work that pitch away, but he might have left that one a little more over the plate.
Now if
than
that
he
was
intended.
Gordon Freeman, that would be a home run right there. Luckily you've got Nottingham in there. And he's just not going to do it.
Comes set, now the pitch. And he
Wow,
turns this one
well,
around
you got
high and
so
deep to center
lucky.
field. Outta here. She was a
Maybe
wall
not.
scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run.
For a second I thought you got lucky because Gordon was going to take that base anyway, but no, you were so afraid of Gordon taking the base. You were so scared the possibility of him running that you threw the absolute worst pitch that you could possibly have thrown. Even when Gordon Freeman is not stealing the base, he is making pitchers make mistakes. And it's 2-0. All thanks to Gordon Freeman and his speed on first.
When he looks back at this start, this is going to be the one that'll kick himself over. He's got a guy.
Well, look, it's
0-2,
perfectly.
someone without a lot of power, doesn't hit for a high average.
I think you'll
Look where
find he
this
was at
pitch is.
0-1.
It
That
just
was only
goes
the
to show
second
you that
pitch.
You can't take anyone for granted out there. You gotta
No, I think
bring
you
it on
can,
every
unless it's Gordon
pitch.
Freeman.
If you
Well, you
don't,
can take him for
you'll
granted.
get
You can
hurt.
be damn sure that he's going to hit a long ball. Alright, so 1 out, 1 on. What are we going to do here?
Ready? Now the pitch. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. Freeman
Easy.
is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to
I mean,
retreat
that's
back to first.
too easy. I mean, that type of pitch was invented for Freeman to gather in. I mean, I'm just not exactly sure what you want. Alright, here we go.
Gordon Freeman
1 for
will make
1
his
with a
way
run.
towards the box
Can't
to
ask for
lead
more
off
than
the
that.
fifth.
I mean, that pitch just absolutely died the last time. I mean, it was really unfortunate, but there's no way the
Here's the
pitcher
first
intended that to
offering.
happen.
First
Oh,
pitch
it's
of
just
the
ball
inning
one
is
again. I
taken
mean,
low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. There's his total now, just into his 5th inning of work. Nothing too out of the ordinary there.
well, no, except for the
pitch
fact that he's
count's
given
the
up a
least
homer,
of his worries.
and the
If
fact
his
that he's
guys
got Gordon
don't give him
Freeman
any runs,
leading
I
off
don't think
to.
it'll matter all
I
that
mean,
much.
this is just a nightmare for opposing pitchers.
The next pitch. 2-0
Well,
now. And this is something we've seen a lot
that's
from him
just
recently.
too good.
He's worked his way into
I
another
mean, you're not
good
going to
hitter's
fool
count.
Gordon Freeman. He knows
It's
the
not
strike zone like
unrelated.
the back of his hand,
You're
and he can
going
automatically
good at
read the
plate,
pitch as soon as you throw it.
Usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. When that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
I mean, I told you. I warned you. I did tell you this was going to happen. Oh, I don't believe it. Someone must have shot a torpedo at that at the last second because it just died right at the warning track. That was going for a home run, but the sheer gust of wind that encapsulated the stadium robs Gordon Freeman of his home run. I mean, you have no idea how lucky you are.
Number 39 will be the batter. 1 for 2 thus far.
I mean, that's just not fair, but okay, it's all right, Gordon. You got unlucky, but we got to make sure we got to field this correctly.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And
all right, well.
Towards the hole, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third.
Well,
So
at least Gordon got it into the infield quickly. I mean, for absolutely preventing that runner from even thinking about third. He saw the ball go towards Gordon Freeman and thinks, that's Gordon Freeman. There's no way I'm taking home. I'm just going to stay here and hope that we hit it away from Gordon Freeman next time. Luckily for them, they did, and they're now ahead.
Gordon Freeman will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7.
Gordon Freeman.
New pitcher, change up, slider. All right. Good
Here's
luck
the
with
pitch.
that. Well, I mean, that was just no. I mean, that's just never going to work. I mean, in theory, that pitch is good, but I mean, you're never going to get Gordon Freeman to swing at that nonsense.
The 1-0 pitch. That's by him for strike 1.
You can hit the low fastball, but
I'm not
you're
quite
not going to hit that one up there.
I'm not sure what happened there. That ball just seemed to speed up. I mean, there's no way he can throw that hard, but I mean, the wind, as we've seen, is just robbing Gordon of home run power right now. Oh, you got lucky. You got very lucky. Oh, that's gonna be... Oh, you got so lucky. Gordon Freeman was perhaps a centimeter from that being a home run. But that last split-second change of direction, which you clearly could not have foreseen. It was not a lot, but it was enough. I mean, the fact that you're ahead right now is just a testament to how unlucky it's been for Gordon Freeman today.
Here comes the 2-1. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. But
that's just a perfect carom, a perfect play.
And the home half of the 8th starts with
Gordon Freeman just played that absolutely superbly off of the wall. That was just perfect. Could not have played that better. I mean, his glove is right there before the ball even bounced off the wall, and it didn't even move.
Gordon Freeman will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Well, I mean, if the leadoff guy is on, then it's a different game. So we've got a slider, change up, and a knuckle curve.
Now the first
no
pitch.
problem. Bam, right back at you. With the ball again. I mean, the air is just so heavy, it's not letting that ball travel.
This is a situation where a home run here isn't going to tie the game. He's got to work on just hitting down on the ball and hopefully trying to get on base.
Well, I'm sorry, if he's going to throw that pitch, I'm going to hit it. And if we're playing this yesterday or tomorrow, I mean, that's either a home run or extra bases right there. But I mean, the world is conspiring against Gordon Freeman right now. I mean, it really is pathetic. But I mean, this is what AA has to resort to keep him from excelling. I mean, it's not even AA, it's just life in general is just orchestrating itself against Gordon Freeman right now.
Definitely made it count. Big home run that turned out to be the decisive blow in the ballgame.
Anyway, so we're going to move on to the next game. These Rough Riders are now at 500. Meanwhile, the Rockhounds continue to languish below 500. But I mean, just imagine their rank, their record if Gordon Freeman wasn't on the team. I shudder to think. I really do. So Chad Bell That ERA is only going to get higher. I mean, you know who you're facing in this one, don't you? So let's see what you got. We don't need batting practice. This is Gordon Freeman.
Minor League
Iron
Baseball
Horse Stadium
now on
again.
the
It has
show
not been
as our road
kind.
trip makes a stop in the AA Texas League. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game series.
Off-road tires.
between the Midland Rockhounds
I mean, sure, if you're not Gordon
and their
Freeman, then I
Texas
guess, yes,
neighbors
your
just
car does
outside
need
Dallas,
off-road
the
tires.
Frisco Rough Riders.
Of course, with Gordon Freeman, the car just obeys his will.
And with
Doesn't matter.
first pitch just
Gordon Freeman is the
moments
one man
away,
on
here's a
earth who
look
can
at
actually get
today's
somewhere as the
starting
crow
lineup.
flies. Still 7th. It's like the organization is plotting against him now.
And let's also get a brief look at our two starting pitchers as you see how they stack up right there.
Well, I mean, there's no contest, really. I mean, that's just abysmal if you're Chad Bell. And this is only AA, too. So, clearly you don't have much of a career, but at least you can be happy in the knowledge knowing that you're going to jumpstart Gordon Freeman's career.
Freeman will dig in now, and he's probably been the toughest out on the ball club of
And yet
late.
he's
as
still
you see
batting
the
7th.
sizzling
He's actually
numbers
gone
there in
down
these
the
last
order.
9 games.
Which is just abysmal. It really is. Anyway, so change up slider, no problem.
First offering on the way. Oh, and he goes the
Well, I
other
mean,
way,
if you're going
and
to
he
throw that
flies it out
pitch,
to deep right
I mean, if
center
you're really
field.
going to throw that pitch,
And he will get
my
there
God,
as he had to
again.
cover a lot of ground to make that play, and that ends the inning.
I don't believe it.
Nothing
It's like
doing here
gravity
this
just
half.
increased
We'll
its
go to the
pull on
bottom
that
half of
ball.
inning number 2.
Gravity was
And
like,
we are
you're not
tied,
getting a
0-0.
home run today, Gordon Freeman. Not on this pitch. Well, Gordon Freeman and gravity have had issues before. Well, Gordon Freeman always comes out on top.
Freeman will have a shot now to really open this one up in the early going.
So many robbed home runs in the last 3 games.
He's set, now the pitch. Swing and a liner.
You got so
But that's
lucky a
foul
split
ball.
second earlier, and that's a bases clearing double. You got lucky again, as you have this entire
Fox now the
series.
pitch.
I mean,
Off the plate,
Gordon's
1
just not
ball,
swinging at
1
that.
strike.
You can tell a lot about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Of course. I mean,
3
it's
runs
just, I mean,
already
it's not a
home
good changeup. I mean, it's slow and it's out of the zone. There's just no swinging at
Here's
that.
the 1-1. In the air to
Damn
center.
it. Well,
Hahn is there now as he makes the catch, and they're able to avoid
You
the
know,
huge inning here as the side
again,
is retired.
that
So they do
pitch
get
just
3
took
that
a
inning.
wicked
That's the
change
good
of
news. The
direction
bad news is they
right at
leave
the last
3 men
minute.
on base. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number
I
3.
mean, that was like a veritable
Rockhounds
fast
lead it
knuckleball right
3-0.
there. And there's no way that Chad Bell is competent enough to throw that pitch. He got lucky with his movement at the right at the last second.
Will lead things off here in
Even
the
then,
home
Gordon
half of
Freeman
the
gave it a
fourth.
good go. Not even he can overcome that. Just blatant luck on the mound.
The 1-2. And here's a ball hit in the air.
Well, I mean, Gordon
Number
Freeman
6.
doesn't even have
Stay
to
with it as he backs up
range
and
for
puts it
that
away.
one.
Gone.
He was so concerned about
Still
not
looking for
hitting
that
it to
first
Gordon
hit,
Freeman out
and
and
it
right
ain't
that
gonna
he
come
hit it
on that
to the
swing.
second
Just
baseman.
a simple little soft liner,
That's
and
just a
that
little
gets taken
loop.
care of easily.
That's nothing. That's really the threat that Freeman poses, even when he's not actually involved in the play, just making other people mess up.
Gordon Freeman.
Well, we're
will
below
stand in
300
again.
now.
He's flown
Don't
out in
worry,
each of
that's
his
only
first 2
temporary.
plate appearances thus far.
Alright, so slider, change up. That's it.
Now the first pitch.
Nothing
1-0.
doing.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
Well, I mean, he's gonna have to be careful because this is Gordon Freeman, after all.
The 1-0 pitch. And
Well,
a strike to even the count.
that was a lucky pitch. It
1-1.
just came
there's
back
a good
over the
one right
plate.
there, right over the top. Just fire that thing in there.
Nobody out, runner on first.
Let's see what you got. I don't think it's much, particularly when going against Gordon Freeman.
Swing and a
Well,
line
you got
drive,
lucky.
but this will be
Gordon
foul.
Freeman almost had that. Inches away. And right down the third base line.
Here comes a 1-2. Fastball.
Are you
called,
kidding?
strike three, and there's the
Are you
first out of the
absolutely
inning.
blowing me right now?
Hitters will tell you,
I mean, clearly you must be dating the pitcher because it's the only way if you could even think about calling that a strike.
If not, I feel like you're taking the bat out of my hand.
I mean, there's just absolutely no way. Clearly he must be fingering you between innings because that was complete BS.
Gordon
I'm
Freeman
looking at you,
will
Ump. I don't
stand in.
trust you.
One of the few guys not to join the hit
I
parade
mean, we
so
can't.
far.
Gordon can't even try and get like a walk here. He's just not going to get the call. I mean, that was unbelievable.
He's ready now. The pitch. Oh, this
Get
is
out of
hit
here.
high and deep out to left.
Absolutely get out of.
That'll get down out there for extra
Almost.
bases. Long throw to
If he
third.
hadn't stopped, that would be an
And
RBI right
he's
now.
in there.
Doesn't matter though.
Pretty
That's
fortunate he was
just, you
able
know,
to keep this
incompetent
ball
base
fair.
running, but Gordon
This is
Freeman
pretty
still gets a
close
double.
down the line. You can see it winding up, one hopping the wall down there, and that allows him to cruise into second with two bases.
I don't blame him for missing that. That's not an error out in the field. I mean, that's just being
Nottingham
beaten
will
by a
stand
superior
in
hit.
Another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice
And
of
these
getting
pitchers
out
just
of hand.
continue to throw bad pitches
I
on the
think you have
first
to give
go.
this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
I mean, it's already out of reach. Gordon Freeman's sitting pretty on second base right now. So what have you got,
First
Nottingham?
pitch coming.
We've got a lot to follow
There's
up.
a fastball missing
Nicely
down
done
and
laying
away
off
for
the
a
first
ball,
pitch.
1-0.
That first pitch was garbage, and really, if you've been paying any attention to the after-game lessons that Gordon Freeman's been putting on, you know not to swing at that at all.
Here's
The
the
question
1-0.
is, has he been watching the VHS
And he
tapes?
looks at a slider in there, 1-1.
I mean, that was just unlucky
Runners
because
at
that
second and
pitch was
third
just
here,
nowhere near
nobody
the
out.
zone, and yet somehow got called a strike.
Ready now on 1-1. Called
I mean,
strike on
again,
the
this
inside, and he
umpire,
can't believe it at the plate.
he must
It's
be a
1-2
Rough
now.
Riders
Now
fan.
you can't
I mean,
look
clearly
for a
his son is
specific
on the
pitch.
team or
You just
something. He's
gotta
like the
protect
ball
plate.
boy out in right field. Where is he? There he is. Ball boy right over there. That's the only way you could even call those two pitches strikes.
Here's the 1-2. To 2 balls and
Good.
2 strikes
I mean,
now.
not even he can call that a strike. Nicely done laying off, though. Clearly,
Here comes a 2-2.
the patience has been...
Now a swing and a ground ball.
No, it's
but a
foul ball.
is
That's
in
unlucky. It
balls
was
at
just
2
a,
and 2.
millimeter away. But you're doing good to hang in there, clearly with this umpire. Alright, so what do you got for us?
The 2-2 one more time. And a change
Well,
up swung on it, missed for the
that was just a bad pitch to swing at. I mean, you know he's going to be giving you a bad pitch. You had good patience up until then, but
Putting it in play probably gets you one. Instead, he comes back to the dugout with nothing.
it's okay though. We've got,
number 9.
I mean,
Step in now. He
Deep
doubled
Roger,
early.
I don't know how you pronounce that.
Thus far.
the question is, have you been watching the tapes? Have you been practicing the yoga? Have you been doing the
Here's the
lessons,
first offering.
listening to the tapes?
And this is hit sharply towards
Just
third
a
base coaching
little
box.
ahead of it.
Foul ball.
I like your eagerness, but you gotta, hold back and just that extra split second. We like to call it the Gordon Freeman moment. That moment of realization when you know you can hit this pitch and just wait a split second
Now,
longer,
look out as this is whistled foul
and you've
off
got
to the
yourself
right side.
at the very least 2 RBI. Of course, now you're down in the hole. 0-2. Now you know that he's going to be throwing complete garbage at you for the next 2 pitches, so you got to make sure not to swing.
Now a swing and a
Oh,
ball
you
hot
just
high in the
popped
air
that up.
before
I mean, that's
foul
just
ground. Beck is
there's
over
just
now.
not there's just
He's got
nothing
number
good
2.
there. I don't know what that
He'll be
was.
kicking himself there. With 2 ducks on the pond, and he pops one up. Now that's an opportunity. at the
2
plate that
ducks
you just
on the
have to
pond.
take advantage of.
I have never heard that analogy used to describe anything remotely related
Number
to
5
baseball.
will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
All right, sportman. Me and you, we've had some good times. Can you get us the base hit now?
Now here's the first pitch. Changes up on
Nicely
him, and that's in
done,
the dirt
staying
for a
off that
ball.
pitch. Patience is key, and clearly you've read the memo. Alright, what have we got here?
Just missing here.
Not even the umpire can call that a
Looked like he hit the
strike.
target.
That's just good patience
Tough pitch to
again.
lay off, but he made it pan out.
The umpire must be feeling guilty about all those botched strike calls. He said, no, I mean, I know my son plays for this team, but
Here's the 2-0.
I'm going to have to give you one back.
Swinging a hard hit
Oh,
grounder,
that was
but a
it
foul
just
ball,
again,
and
just a
2-1 now.
second ahead of it. You know, we've been through this
Second and
moment of
third, 2 away.
realization, and Gordon Freeman has
Here he comes on
perfected
2-1.
it as an art form at this point.
Takes that one a little bit low. 3
Nicely
balls and a
done.
strike now.
And remember here, you've got a base open at first, so a walk is not the worst thing that could happen.
Patience is key, and you know he's going to be throwing absolute garbage. He doesn't want anything, and any of you at the plate right now. Because he knows you're a disciple of Freeman. And there you go.
So now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away.
This is what happens when you listen to what Freeman is preaching.
Number 6.
Now the bases are loaded, and Pinder is up, another disciple. Got to train these guys for when Freeman eventually gets promoted. You know it's going to happen sooner rather than later. Again, they attended the lectures and they're putting it into practice right now. All those team meetings, the double training sessions, they're working right now. The teleconferences at 2 in the morning, just a little ahead of that, but you know that's okay. You know, the timing's never going to be 100%. We can't all be Gordon Freeman. You're gonna be a little bit later, early on some pitches. That's fine. Well, that was bad. I'm not exactly sure what that was. I expected more from you, Pinder. You've been a solid B student all season. I quite honestly was not expecting such a bad swing, and now you're in the hole. Oh wow. Well, you got anxious after missing the home run. But I mean, nothing excuses those last 2 swings. You didn't even have to make the umpire think about it. You just swung at absolute dirt. I honestly think you need a private tutorial. Luckily, we're going to win this game anyway. This is the man with the knuckleball. Double the right field 2 games ago. It just would not land in Freeman's glove.
Go the other way, but this ought to be a routiner out in right.
Oh, I mean, just look at that. That's just absolutely perfect.
There, 1 away.
And they're probably going to call it a poor reaction. In reality,
Home,
Gordon was just trying to make it slightly harder for himself. Give himself a challenge.
Right there. It is what it is here in the 7th inning.
Kyle Finnegan throwing a no-hitter. Oh, there's a walk. There goes the perfect game. They still don't have a hit.
Gordon Freeman will stand in with a showdown looming. 2 on, 2 out here in inning
So the
number
question
8.
is, what pitches are they going to throw him now? So changeup, that's his only off speed. So he's already at a disadvantage.
First pitch coming. And they'll try and get him out in front to start.
That actually wasn't a bad pitch. You don't expect high changeups, but it was a but any other batter, and you probably get them swinging at that. That was a good attempt. Fortunately, you threw it to the wrong man.
The next pitch.
Right back up the middle, and this should be an RBI. I mean, that should be home. Now there it is. I was about to say he should have gone to third, but in reality, I momentarily forgot that this was Double A and that he was never going to be able to throw it home. He was always going to throw it to the cutoff man, and you know, you maybe could have gambled. You might have got it, but at the same time, I can't blame you for not doing it. So now it's 6-0, and they really are screwed now. And Gordon Freeman's on base again, just compounding the misery for the Rough Riders right now. But so you say pitch on the inside corner. I say, in what universe? That was under his elbow. That's got to be like the biggest strike zone Double A's ever seen.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit hard and
oh, that's just bad luck. You absolutely smacked it like you hated it, like it abandoned you as a child. Unfortunately, it was just right at the third baseman. I mean, if that's just bad luck, it happens.
Preston Beck will stand in. Called out on
I see he
strikes
has
his
not been
last
practicing the patience that has been preached by Gordon Freeman this entire series.
time. Now the 1-2. Now he turns on a fastball here and sends it to deep right field.
Easy.
Freeman is there
Look
to
at
put
that.
it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back.
He didn't even have
first.
to throw. Gordon Freeman just held the ball menacingly, and the guy ran back to
Well,
first.
a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 big outs remain, but finish line starting to come into sight.
Can he get the no-hitter, Finnegan? By George, did he do it? He did it. Kyle Finnegan, no-hitter. Kudos.
Well, obviously, after a no-hitter, there's not a whole lot of debate as to the identity of our top player of the game.
Only 2 walks
Yeah,
away from the
definitely
perfect game, but
no debate as far as I'm concerned.
well,
He was
I
really
mean, I'm normally I'd be annoyed that Gordon Freeman didn't get considered, but I mean, if you throw a no-hitter, Gordon Freeman will graciously step aside.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones
That's
and
a
tablets
nice
out,
bounce
head
back,
over to
and now we've got the Rough Riders
theshowNation.com.
under 500 again.
La música de Harry Fry.
Alright, so amazingly we didn't get a lot of training points. I'm not quite sure why. It baffles me. But anyway, so how are we doing? We're supposedly performing as expected. Now, I mean, the A's have absolutely nothing in right field. I mean, clearly they traded Josh Reddick because they knew they had Freeman in the system. I mean, even their AAA starter is not much to write home about. So, I mean, it is just a matter of time. So now, I mean, just look at that line: 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, above 300. He's even scored 10 runs. He's doing it all. So now we're playing against the Hooks again in Corpus Christi. I'm probably going to sneeze in about a second. Hold on. Just getting a tissue ready for when the inevitable happens. This is life trying to disrupt Gordon Freeman, but it's not going to work.
Minor League
They aptly
Baseball
named
now on
the
show
clubhouse.
as our road trip makes a stop in the AA
Now,
Texas
Corpus
League.
Christi are 8
Tonight
games
it's the
over
first of
500,
4
and we're only
between
playing
the
4 or 5
Midland
games
Rockhounds
against them.
and their
Nevertheless, they
Texas
will be
rivals
under
in the Gulf
500
section of the state,
when this
the
series
Corpus
is over.
Christi Hooks. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener.
That's what I like to see. Gordon Freeman back in number 6, as it should be.
And then briefly, let's take a look at
Mark
the 2
Apple.
starting pitchers who get the assignment here.
I'm a little bit surprised to see not also a prospect. Oh no, sorry, I'm confused. That's my mistake. That's my bad. I momentarily got confused. Alright, so bases loaded for Freeman. I mean, you kind of asked for more.
Freeman will stand in now, and he's certainly one to be wary of as you see the numbers there. Scorching hot these past 10 ball games.
I mean, if you really want to have a go, slider, changeup, what do you got? This is
Now the first pitch. And he'll lay off
no.
the fastball
So
here.
this
Good
is
spot,
really,
but ruled
you're the
ball
one who needs to be
1-0.
careful there. I mean, Gordon
Okay, we
Freeman
take a look
knows
at
he
the
can get
home nine
RBIs
as
if
they
he
take
wants
the
them.
field here tonight. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won.
Let's see what
4
you
or
have.
5
You can't
prior
put
to
him
that.
anywhere.
And in terms of the
So-
home set, they've won 2 and lost 2, so not much to say
Oh,
about that.
you got so lucky.
Like to see a little more consistent effort going forward.
That pitch, you don't even have a
Walks with no
two-seamer, and yet that
damage.
pitch had some
It's on to the
two-seam
bottom of the
action
first. No
and just
score on the
made a
show.
beeline right for his knuckles at the last possible moment. Once again, physics-defying pitches here in Double A.
Number 2 come forward now. Back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. Bases are empty, one man.
Unfortunately, you still have to deal with Freeman out in right field.
The 1-1. 1-1 pitch is lifted in the air out to right. Freeman
Easy.
is right there as he takes it
Easy
for the
again.
second
Why
out.
was the right center fielder even over here? I mean, did you really think Gordon Freeman was going to drop that? Did you really think that was a possibility?
Gordon Freeman will
Because
stand
no one else
in.
did.
A line-out victim his first time.
I mean, you can see where that second pitch supposedly was. That was right over the heart of the plate and just dove right at the last
First
minute.
offering on the way. They'll try and entice him
And
with
again,
a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit.
Not
It's
falling for it
0-1.
this time. Not that Gordon Freeman fell for it the first time, but now he knows just how lucky this guy can be with the wind. And the wind has been ferocious.
The next pitch.
Well, I mean, that's
2-0
just
now.
that's you. I
And this
mean,
is
do you
something
really
we've
think
seen
he's
a lot
going to
from him
swing at that?
recently. He's
This is
worked his
Gordon
way
Freeman.
into
This isn't
another
just any
good hitter's count.
no-name Joe.
It's not unrelated either. When
This
you're
is
good
Gordon
and good at the
Freeman
plate,
right at the plate.
usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you find yourself in these kind of
Wow, you
counts.
got lucky. You
In with
got
the
so
circle
lucky.
change 2-0, but he can't
I
make
know it's a
contact.
changeup, but that
2-1.
was some
Boy,
curveball
and a
type
great
action
2-0
on that
pitch there.
pitch.
Got him thinking fastball. And this looked like a fastball out of his hand, but it turns out to be a real effective changeup instead.
Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Wow.
2-2 now.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to
I
swing
can't
there.
believe it.
Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
I mean, just again.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. Oh,
Well, you got. Well,
Well,
no. That's just not happening for you. I don't believe it. Robbed of a home run again.
And he's not stopping. He wants 3.
That's going to be 3. Absolutely no question. I mean, did you honestly think that you were going to get him out?
Well,
Robbed
this
of a home
ball's
run
hit
again,
pretty
but
well
still
out to
made
right
it to
center
third
field.
base.
Not too
You
far
just
away
can't
to
throw
get
that
outta
pitch
here,
right
so it's
there.
off the wall, and that's just great hustle to try and push his luck, and he makes it up to third with a triple.
We'll see, at this level, you got to make them make the perfect throw. And at this level, particularly with Gordon Freeman running towards you, you just know that you're not going to make it.
Yeah, this would be a nice little gift here, and I kind of thought this inning was all but over. Not
Well,
so.
see, that was your mistake. Thinking the inning, nothing is ever over when Gordon Freeman's at the plate. That's what you're going to realize. I'm just going to say hello to the second viewer real quick. Hello, second viewer. Welcome to the show in more ways than one. This is right fielding virtuoso Gordon Freeman. I mean, really, he's just tearing up Double A right now.
A lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
So now it's all pressure's all on you, Nottingham. Freeman at third base, 2 outs.
And that swung on and fouled straight
And
back.
you know you're going to get a talking to from Freeman and the coaching staff if you don't get him home. 3 viewers, holy smokes. We've doubled my yearly average attendance. This is amazing. Welcome to the stream,
He's ready now,
friends.
the pitch. Oh, he
Well,
looks
I
up
mean, that's
high,
just
pop
garbage.
up.
I'm not exactly
Drifting
sure
into
what you're
foul
trying to do
territory
there.
on the right side.
But I mean, that's just not going to get Freeman home, and you can't make that mistake. This is a tie ball game. You've got Gordon Freeman standing at third base. I don't care how many outs there are. I mean, if there's only 2, if there's 1 out, then yeah, you can hit that pitch because Gordon Freeman will just run home anyway. But I mean, with 2 outs, I mean, Gordon Freeman can't exactly just spear the guy. You got to do some of the work yourself.
Tony Kemp will dig in. No official at-bat yet as he delivered a sacrifice
Well,
bunt in
after
his
this
first
one, he's going to
appearance.
wish he still didn't have an at-bat.
Here comes a 1-2. Had to protect on 1 and 2, and this is a fly ball out to
I
straightaway
mean, just
right
look
field.
at that. That's just
Freeman
perfect.
is there,
I mean, that's just
2 down.
perfect positioning. I'm absolutely flawless. You just can't fool Gordon Freeman. Again.
Tony
Kemp again.
will stand in. He flew
You're going to
out
make the
his
same
last
mistake
time up.
twice, Tony. I have a feeling you are. See what you got. I bet it's nothing. Just Gordon is so intimidating out in right field, and you know you can see him out of the corner of your eye. Exactly. just as I said, you can see him out of the corner of your eye. You did see him out of the corner of your eye, and it caused you to just loop that to second base. You're just so concerned with keeping it away from Gordon Freeman that you gave it right to the second baseman as a Christmas present. That's just the kind of effect that Gordon Freeman has on the minds of his opposing players and his teammates. He makes his teammates better because they know just the crushing disappointment Gordon Freeman will feel if they let him down. So he's got a slider and a changeup. It's still the same pitcher.
Here's the first pitch.
Well, I mean, I'm not exactly sure what pitch the ump saw. I mean, he called that a strike, but you got to be thinking that he just moved that indicator over, because I saw a pitch that was at least 2 feet outside the strike zone.
You're letting your defense help you. You don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And this is going to be
well, I mean, that was ball. That should have been ball 2. But as we all know, the ump was just going to have that come back over the plate. And look, he did, see? Just had to swing at that.
Here's the pitch. Now a
mistake. Absolute mistake.
Fair ball as this one gets by him
No.
at third.
It just did not have the speed to get to second. It just took too many hops. The sand really slowed it down.
It's the second month of the season, and this guy is showing no signs of slowing down.
No, Gordon Freeman is like wine. He gets better as the season goes on. And he's already top-notch, so that's... Unless he gets promoted, that's a scary thought for AA, particularly opposing pitching staffs. Now Gordon Freeman, 1 on, no 1 out, as the leadoff man, and I mean, the threat of second base is there. I mean, Gordon Freeman will write it on a poster and shove it in your face. No, see, the sacrifice bunt, that's exactly what you need. Get Gordon Freeman to second base.
Yeah, this has been a low-scoring game so far, so not a lot of good run-scoring chances. So they decide to put
you get Gordon Freeman to second base, that's your job, and your job is done.
In scoring position with just 1 out.
Number 9.
Kenny's up again. Now Kenny, remember, we've had a lot of one-on-one sessions since that awful game against Frisco. Let's see if you've learned anything. Well, I mean, that's just bad luck. You did the right thing, but I'm not exactly sure what the umpire is looking at. I mean, I don't know how you can call that a strike. That's at least 20 feet above the strike zone, but you did the right thing, Kenny. That's just the umpire being a dick. Again, really? He throws one sky high and he throws one in the dirt, and you're going to call them both strikes? This reminds me of the Naked Gun movie. That's how bad the umpiring has been. Well, I mean, it's not your fault, Kenny, but now you know you got to protect. Good job. I mean, it looked like it was out, but you know the umpire is probably going to call that strike 3.
Ready with another 0-2.
Good delay off. Not even he can call that strike 3.
A classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate.
See, that's the thing. It's just a job of waiting out the umpire. Holy smokes, a comment. Hey, I got that exact same comment a day ago. Who would have thunk it?
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2 and 2.
So I'm going to completely ignore that comment. Clearly, the magnetic personality of Gordon Freeman is just attracting all types. Wow. I mean, that was a bad pitch, and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that was right down the middle. No, right down the middle. I mean, the fact that you didn't put that to ball right there is just, it's sickening. That pitch was made for you. Alright, Colin. Now, you know, your attendance has been lacking recently. I've noticed an empty seat where you were supposed to be the last couple of lessons, so let's see if you remember those early things I taught you. Some good patience.
Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9 hole.
You may think he's too good for class, but that doesn't mean he can't get the job done right here.
The 2-0. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
That looked like a borderline pitch. I would have taken it too. Some umpires will call that ball 3. Some will call it a strike. You just got unlucky.
2 out here and a runner at second.
You know, the umpire's been pretty liberal with the strike zone, so...
Here comes the 2-1.
Well, that was a mistake. Oh my god, it died again. You just didn't quite have the power. You need to hit the weight room. If you'd done the mandatory training session like I told you to do, that was a home run. This is what happens when you don't attend the class. You missed Workout Wednesday, and because you missed Workout Wednesday, we don't have the lead right now. And that's just disappointing more than anything else. Still a tie game, however, we've still got the upper hand. Oh, I mean, nice play. Nicely done, Colin. Showing that you at least attended the fielding lessons. I mean, he was able. I mean, it's almost if he had a magnet in his glove, he was able to draw in that ball. That was a good play. Solid fundamental fielding right there. The dive was perfect.
Gordon Freeman will get us going now in the top half of the
Gordon Freeman's going to lead off again. Excuse me, so we're essentially looking at the same scenario we were last time. This time he's got a curveball.
Now here's the pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
So you were lucky that Gordon Freeman was taking all the way. Otherwise that was a home run, or at the very least a triple.
Pitch on the way. Well hit.
Oh my god.
Deep down the right field line.
Just out.
And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball.
That is how close you were to embarrassment and crying in the fetal position on the pitching mound.
On the way. Swing and a liner.
That was us protecting.
And the count holds it 0-2.
On a pretty unhittable pitch, we were able to make contact.
Another 0-2. In under the hands with a fastball.
I was trusting that the umpire was going to be honest there. He was. Which is why we're still in this. Sometimes you just got to make the umpire earn his money.
Now here's the pitch. And this is foul.
I didn't trust him on that one, however. I mean, that's probably ball too, but I mean, you just can't take any chances with this guy behind you. Oh, that was a mistake. I mean, it's disappointing because we didn't get the home run. I mean, that violent gust of wind is blowing the ball out at the last second, but we're still on first base with nobody out, so...
That wasn't a little bleeder. That ball was smoked.
We just have all that space right back up the line, so make use of it. So, either way, Nottingham, I don't care what you do, but you're getting Gordon Freeman to second base. I don't care how you do it. If you want to sacrifice, that's fine. If you want to hit the ball maybe don't hit the ball. I'm thinking sacrifice here.
First pitch to him. Now a fastball.
Ball one. So you outplayed him there because he knew that you were going to try and sacrifice, and so he threw a ball. But you double bluffed him. I like it, Nottingham. The mental arithmetic lessons were not lost on you. But now we really need to be getting Gordon over to second base, so... I'm not exactly sure what that was meant to be, Jacob. El objetivo primero is to get Gordon Freeman over to second base. That was not real Spanish, by the way, I made that up. I'm expecting a bunt here. And look at that. Absolutely perfect. It was a quadruple bluff, making him think that you were actually trying to have an at-bat. I'm sorry I didn't trust you. You knew what you were doing.
That is good execution right there. It's very important when you get to this stage in the ball game, and that's going to get the go-ahead run up to second now with just one out. So that'll be worth a few high fives in that dugout, no doubt about it.
So now all you gotta do, the base hit would be nice here. So let's do it.
Number 9, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first
Now I'm gonna be the first one to say that the umpire is full of crap, but I'm sorry. That's a good pitch to hit. And you're just frozen right now, afraid of the big lights, the big stage, and having your mentor at second base. That's a good job to lay off that one though. Get yourself back into the at bat. I like it.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And he pumps the
Oh, you're just too slow on that one. His fastball isn't particularly overpowering, but you were late on it.
Like an afterthought, like an emergency hat.
So there's only one person at fault for that. Now come on, Gordon Freeman, let him inspire you. Nope, that was just complete garbage. I don't know what that was, but you're struggling mightily right now.
Well pitched game thus far. There you see it. Peaches with a 1 and a whole lot of zeros. 1-1 our score at this point in the ballgame. Things have been tight throughout. Colin Wall step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
Alright, come on, Colin. An amazing play at second base. But now the pressure's on. It's all meaningless if you can't get Gordon home right now. So let's see what you've got. The lights are on. The stage is aglow. Gordon Freeman's at second base. What are you going to do, Colin?
First pitch coming. Ooh, started it with the change, and it's 0-1.
That first pitch change.
I know you're feeling under pressure because of the large strike zone the umpire is employing, but you just can't swing at that pitch. Not even the umpire can call that a strike. That's ball 1 all the way. You just can't swing at that on pitch 1.
Now the pitch.
That one, on the other hand, was primo home run territory, and that should have been smoked. You've done the opposite of what you needed to do in both those pitches, and now the pitcher's in control. You're going to have to exercise some amazing patience to get out of this, and quite frankly, you haven't attended the lessons. I don't trust you.
Down and away, it's a ball
That's a
and
good
2
one to
strikes.
lay off, that one.
I think he's set up for that changeup again, Steve. Don't you?
I was thinking the same thing.
Even the commentators feel that he's going to throw a changeup, so you got to know not to swing at this pitch.
Here's the 1-2. Now about a
Nice.
58-foot
Nicely
breaking pitch
done,
that he
Colin.
wisely lays off here.
I smell another changeup coming here before too long.
Could even be right here.
Go ahead, run
Now this
to
is his
scoring
last
position
pitch
here
to
with
go
the
out of the zone. He's not going to go out of the zone on 3-2, so you got to know this one's probably going to be out of the zone.
off-speed pitch in
There you
the
go.
dirt. He takes it for a ball.
You can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's
So
struggling
now
to make the perfect
he's
pitch.
made some bad
It's not happening.
pitches. Now you know he's got to hit the strike zone with this one, so you know this is going to be very hittable. This is going to be deliciously right down the middle.
And he takes ball 4.
Good
So
patience.
A good job out of the 9-hole and getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
I mean, I was assuming
At-bat right there.
fastball right down the middle, but you got to be prepared for any eventuality, and that's good to know that you were,
Let me
Colin.
tell you, that ain't easy to do.
And now we bring our leadoff guy to the plate.
Feel for the strike zone.
Jason Friday will stand in with a
Now come on,
showdown
Jason,
looming.
you were a
2
disciple
on,
of
2
Freeman.
out
I
here in
trust your
inning
hitting
number 8.
skills at the plate, but now you got to put him to the test. You got to put him in practice. This is the
Now
real
here's the
deal.
first pitch. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
And this is a
You
critical
got to make
point
him
right
throw.
here.
You've
Things are in
seen
danger of getting away
just
from
how
him,
bad this
so
guy
you've
is. I
gotta
mean,
suck it
he
up.
had Walsh down 0-2, and he threw 4 straight balls. So you know that this guy is not going. He's not confident. You got to make him throw. You got to make him hit the strike zone. He's now thrown 6 straight pitches for balls. So now you know one of these next couple of pitches is probably going to be a gimme right down the heart of the plate. So let's go.
Now the 2-0. 3-0 now.
Ball
The
3.
alarm bells are ringing now.
They're getting louder and
7
louder.
straight balls. This guy has no idea what he's doing, and it's all because of Gordon Freeman. He is just so scared of what Gordon can do from second base. The power, the speed, the intimidation.
And that misses for
Ball
4.
4.
So the potential go-ahead run moves over to third now.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. That's going to make things just
You
a
didn't
little
even swing the
trickier now
bat
with
once. I'm
bases
proud of
loaded.
you, Pridey. And that's a mistake. They're not taking him out of the ball game, and he cannot throw 4 straight balls. He's got to throw good pitches for strikes. So I'm really feeling it right now. Smolinski's up next.
Here's the first offering. First pitch fastball
Ball
off the
1,
plate there, and it's
9
ball 1.
straight
Now, he's gonna
pitches
have
that
to
have
punch
missed
his
the
way
strike
off the
zone.
ropes now.
And you know, every time he misses, he glances fleetingly but frighteningly at Gordon Freeman over on third. This is your chance to be a hero, Smolinski. Make him throw a good pitch, because he can't right now.
Now a ball hit in
Are
the
you
air.
kidding me?
This looks like it'll
You
get him out of
absolutely
there.
bailed him out of
They're
that.
gonna put this one away for the third out as they'll strand that potential go-ahead
You
run at
absolutely
third base.
bailed him out right there. What was that? You know how happy he is because he is so lucky. He says, I cannot believe I got out of that.
Driver
You let
will come
Gordon
on out of the
Freeman
bullpen
down,
as he'll be
Smolinski.
appearing in his third game this season. Gordon Freeman will dig in, needing to find a way to get that go-ahead run in from second base.
Well now, Gordon, if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. Slider, curveball, changeup, what do you
Here's the
got?
first pitch. And this pitch is taken
See,
on
I'm
the
looking
inner
for the
half
perfect
strike one.
pitch right now. That wasn't it. I'm surprised. I didn't think it was going to be a strike, but it managed to find its way to the plate somehow with some home plate seeking radar system.
The 0-1.
Oh, that's just ball 1. I mean, come on. Look who you're pitching to. Do you really think that's going to work?
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down.
What have you
Here's the
got,
1-1
Jankowski?
pitch.
Wow.
Things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1 and 2 now.
Yeah.
That pitch
so
just died
hard
halfway
to stay
through.
back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out.
Oh my god, I don't believe it. What sort of bull was that there? He clearly interfered with that ball. The physics just don't explain that. I mean, that should have been... That was a line drive. I don't know what happened.
Bottom of inning number 9. All tied at 1 and 1.
Well, now they have a runner on first.
Stand in a tie ball game here where a ball in the alley could end this thing.
Well, see, the problem is you've got Gordon Freeman covering at least this alley, so if you're smart, you keep it away from Freeman.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. In there, the base hit.
Well,
Throw comes in quickly.
he got lucky. That was right in the middle. There's nothing Gordon Freeman can do there.
Just a nice inside-out swing here. You see, he lets that pitch travel deep, and when those hands come through first, just shoots it the other way.
You kidding me? Wow. There we go. No, they won anyway. Well, very disappointing. I mean, we had that game in hand, but it just didn't happen. So we let it slip. There are going to be some severe words in the dugout after this one. Wasted a 3 for 5 performance. It's blasphemous right there. I cannot believe they did that. Onwards and upwards. I just cannot believe that happened though. Nevertheless, today is a new day. They felt it necessary to sit Gordon Freeman for a game. Not quite sure why, but if that's what the coach wants to do, that's what he's going to do. There's no changing his mind.
Minor League Baseball now on the show as our
But
road
the fact
trip
that we
makes a
lost that
stop in the
game,
Double-A
it still leads
Texas
to Gordon
League.
Freeman.
Tonight it's
But there's
game
nothing he
3
could have
of this
done. He
4-game
played
set
it so
between the
perfectly.
Midland Rockhounds
He got
and
some
their
really
Texas
bad
rivals
bounces,
in the
some
Gulf
weird
section of the state.
gusts of wind at the wrong time. But his teammates really let him down on that
And
one.
before we progress any further, let's have a quick look at our 2 starting lineups for tonight.
On the plus side, Gordon Freeman is now up to 5th in the batting order. This is where he needs to be.
And then briefly, let's take a
Ideally,
look
he
at the
bats
2
cleanup or
starting
maybe
pitchers
3rd,
who
but
get
other
the
than that,
assignment here.
point is he's now closing in on the top half of the batting order. We're making strides in the right direction.
Gordon Freeman will stand in.
Imagine just
back
the
in lineup
intimidation of
after
seeing
getting the
Gordon
night off
Freeman in the
yesterday.
very first inning. Alright, so he's got a curveball, change up, and a slider.
First offering on the way. Now a swing.
You got lucky. You got absolutely lucky.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning
I'm not quite
is
sure what
over.
pitch you threw. That was
So they
always
pick up a
swerving
run
away.
on 2 hits, no
And Gordon
errors, and a
committed to
man
his
left.
swing, not
On
realizing
the
the
bottom of
physics-defying
inning number 1,
spin that you
the
put on that
Rockhounds
ball.
lead it 1-0.
All these shenanigans that take place. He got hit by pitch, really.
Meyer will stand in.
He got hit by the
Comes off an
very
0 for
first
4
pitch,
in
too.
last night's
I'm
ball
amazed.
game.
Who starts a game by hitting someone with the ball?
Sets the 2-2 pitch. Oh, lots of real estate on the right side of the infield here as he steers this one
Well, that's
into
just,
right.
I don't believe it. Just look at
And
that
runner
throw,
will
though,
go
from
no
Gordon
further than
Freeman.
second as there are
Gordon was
2
all on,
aboard
he was
now.
all on that.
He had a chance to put him away. Had him down 0-2. Tried to get him to chase a couple of times, but he wouldn't do it. And he winds up making contact on a good pitch there.
This is just a bad inning. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Reed will stand in.
If you're letting it snowball like this, you're lucky Gordon Freeman standing in right field and is probably about to bail you out right now.
Comes set. Now the pitch. Hammered the other way to deep right field. Gone.
Wow.
A mistake on 0-2 gets punished, and it's
I don't, I have no words. I have not seen pitching that bad in a long time. Gordon hasn't seen it since his days in middle school. He has not seen pitching that bad.
And with it, they've left in front now, 3-1.
We've only one out. This is pathetic. That's just some horrendously bad pitching. I tell you, none of these guys are ever going to make the show.
This is a classic example of losing your composure after a bad call. Now, he's still teed off about that last pitch, so he doesn't concentrate on his
Gordon Freeman tried to make a superhuman leap, but I mean, there's just nothing that can be done there. Somehow we've managed to claw back to 3-3 though.
He grounded out his first time.
Let's see now, with only one out. What do you got for me, baby?
Here's the first offering.
Well,
Ball taken outside to begin the
now
at-bat,
that's
ball
just
1. Now, how important is
that's
it gonna
wasting
be
a
for this guy to
pitch
throw
is
that
what that
curveball
is.
for strikes?
I don't know that
it's just
he
absolutely
necessarily
wasting
needs to
your very
ever
first pitch,
throw
and
it
you've
for
just put
strikeout.
yourself in trouble now.
If
You're
it's around
behind in the
plate,
count
he's
with a
getting guys
dangerous,
to
the
go
most
after it.
dangerous hitter
It's doing its
at the
job, but
plate.
If he starts to get too high or too far outside, then it's just an easy
How
take.
many times do you want to throw this curveball? You know what, throw it again. You may think you're sitting pretty at 1-1 with your curveball. Throw it again. See what happens.
The 1-1.
No
And
way.
he checks his
What?
swing. Did he
What are
go
you
around?
what are you talking about?
Yes, says the
What are you
first base
talking
umpire.
about?
Strike
There's
2.
no way.
The 1-2. And a fastball in the
I
dirt
cannot
that's taken for a
believe they
ball.
actually said Gordon Freeman went around. That is unbelievable.
Here he comes on 2-2.
He's
Look
just
out.
not getting
Don't
the
wanna hit
calls
him there.
here.
It's full 3-2.
And giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with that release point. He's all over the place.
I mean, clearly, just look at where he's thrown it.
Full count offering on its way. Swing.
Wow.
And a two-seamer right by him.
That pitch died.
Boy, that's a big time.
It just killed itself. Committed suicide. Gunshot to the head halfway
Really,
down.
that's been part of the problem, quite frankly. But that's a good job to get a much-needed punch-out right there.
That is amazing. Gordon, I feel for you, buddy. That's just not
Tony
fair.
Kemp come forward now. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances.
And we're now down again. This is ridiculous. This is just unforgivable.
Now he turns on a fastball here and sends it to deep right field. And he will
Oh,
get
good luck
there
with that.
to make the running play, and that will end the inning.
Gordon Freeman
So
still
they're held in
showing his
check here this
superior
half of the
fielding
inning.
skills.
We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The hooks are out in front here.
And look at that, he's 2nd
4-3.
next in the inning. That's just scary. Unfortunately, Nunez could not get on, of course. Giving Gordon Freeman to do it
will
all
try
himself.
again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
So, you want to throw that
Now the
curveball
first
again?
pitch. Swinging a high chopper down the line at third.
With Gordon's speed.
And the 6th
You got
inning is
lucky.
progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
And after a hot start, the bats have pretty much gone missing here in the middle innings. Sort of reinvented himself out there and has really turned things around.
A.J. Reed stand in with 2 home runs already under his belt in this one.
2 home runs while he's not getting a
Here's the
third.
pitch. And
No.
this is hit well towards the hole.
There's
1
threat
away.
of Gordon Freeman out in right field. He just hit an absolute nothing ball to
Take a
second
couple
base.
of home run balls out of the equation. He really hasn't pitched all that badly. Good
Oh,
start
he's
to the inning.
pitched quite badly. It's been a horrible pitching
Shane
performance.
Davis will stride in, grounded out his last time through.
0-2. What do you got for me, baby?
Now here it comes.
A fly ball is my guess.
And here's a ball hit in the air.
Wow.
Number 6.
Can't even
Got it,
call that
and
a
the
fly
side is
ball.
retired. Nothing across here
That's
this
just the
half.
intimidation
7th
factor of
inning
Gordon
coming
out
up.
in right field.
The Hooks lead it 4-3.
Well, we're at 5-4. This is just ridiculous. We just can't get the lead back. Not that we ever had it. It's just been poor pitching and poor defense by everyone who isn't Gordon Freeman. It's just been abysmal.
Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. And that's
Right
taken
into
it
the
straight
glove.
away right. Will he try from second? And
Well, there's
he'll
just
make it
nothing
up
that
to
can be
third
done there.
safely
Gordon
here with
Freeman
1
does all he
away.
can.
This fly ball will
And
look
really, he
almost
needs
like
some
a
help.
sacrifice here, and that'll move the guy up to third now with 1 out. Now, if they could just get another fly ball identical to that one, they'll be able to get themselves a run.
Of course they do.
Meyer will stand in. He popped out in his
Because
last
our
time.
pitching staff just couldn't keep the ball low. Really disappointed. Gordon Freeman, though, continues to just
1-2.
cruise out in right field.
Now here's the swing and a ball hit well out there toward right center. And now that'll
Wow.
hop over the wall. So
There's just nothing that can be done there. That's the center fielder's ball. But he thought Gordon Freeman had it, and let's face it, I know that Gordon Freeman is a superhuman right fielder with speed to match a gazelle. But even so, you gotta know when it's your pitch and it's your job. And he just fluffed his lines right there.
Gordon Freeman will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
So what has he got now? He's got a slider, curveball, and a changeup, just like the last
First
guy.
pitch coming. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
That isn't 87 miles an hour on a fastball. You're never making it to the majors, my friend.
Runners on first with 1 down.
Not with speed like that. It's just not happening.
He's set, now the pitch. Now a ball
Oh, that was a
slapped
mistake.
hard the opposite way.
You got
He'll
lucky.
barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the 2nd out.
And that's actually a lot tougher play than it looks out there in right field. You know, sometimes off of a right-hander's bat, that ball can kind of curl away from you, but he stays right with it to put it away.
I mean, you know, solid contact. You can't ask for more than that. Wow. Well, we just threw that game away.
Very good performance offensively.
And Gordon
for this
Freeman
bunch,
just
but out
couldn't
of
get it
everyone, I
done.
think we
I
should
mean, there's not that
single
he, I
out
mean,
this
of course he
fellow
could
right
get it
here
done,
as our top
but
player
life
of the
would
game.
just not agree with him today. Even when he hit it hard, it was right at someone. Sometimes life is like a box of chocolates, and sometimes it just takes that box, eats all the chocolate itself, and then hits you repeatedly over the head with the box after sneaking a brick into the box. And that's really what happened today. We're going to play one more game here. I'm going to finish off this Corpus Christi series. We're really just going through the motions, waiting for the AAA call-up at this point, which we know is imminent. Gordon Freeman continues to, climb the order at the speed of 1,000 knots. And it's only a matter of time, really.
Minor League Baseball now on the show as our road trip makes a stop in the AA Texas League. Tonight, the finale of this four-game set between the Midland Rockhounds and their Texas rivals in the Gulf section of the state, the Corpus Christi Hooks.
So now we've got one more chance to take down these Hooks. And if it was a team full of Gordon Freemans, there'd be no doubt. Are you kidding me? Why is Gordon Freeman so low on the order? Why is he 7th? What decision was this? You thought that loss was on Gordon Freeman? Gordon Freeman is the only one who showed up to play ball. Well, Musgrove, you're going to be our punching bag to release our frustrations and get us back up the depth chart.
Gordon Freeman.
I mean, just look at those numbers. I don't understand what the problem is. Alright, so slider and a changeup, no problem.
First offering on the way.
Oh, that's just complete garbage. I don't know what that is.
1-0.
I mean, clearly you think you're facing someone other than Gordon Freeman at the plate right now.
The 1-0 pitch. Not close.
Who exactly do you think is in the batter's box right now?
From him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not
I mean, you do realize who you're facing at the moment.
Usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
A late swing here as this
Cannot
is hit
believe
hard
it.
to the right side.
That's just bad luck. Again, I mean, nothing but bad luck, really. Would you like to throw something else now?
Here he comes on 2-1.
Well, that's your own fault. You did not remember who you were against. Ground rule double. You got lucky again, sir, because that was a triple waiting to happen.
Yeah, he gives this ball a pretty good ride out there, and I don't think he was going to be thinking about 3 anyway, but you see the ball pop up and over the wall, so he'll stop at second.
No, I wasn't thinking about 3 because it wasn't really something to think about. It was a given that I was going to take third base. It was just a matter of actually running to third base to take it. So Musgrove gets extraordinarily lucky. And Gordon Freeman now sits at second base instead of third. And unfortunately we've got Nottingham up at the plate, so I mean there's I mean we just lost all that. I mean it was just, nothing's going our way at the moment. I mean a lot of it is to do with just general ineptitude of the ball club, but I mean things like that don't go your way. That's a triple waiting to happen. I don't trust Nottingham to get Gordon Freeman in from second, but if he's on third, a mole rat could get Gordon Freeman in from third with a single.
Comes set, now the pitch.
But I mean, now look at what we're dealing with. We're now down in the hole, 0-2. Their ball boy just stumbles his way up to the ball. This is just the general state of affairs in AA, particularly the Texas League. I mean, this is just how it is. Something needs to be done. I mean, for starters, I don't understand why Gordon Freeman isn't already in AAA. I mean, the Athletics don't exactly have any options in right field right now. I mean, Gordon Freeman, sure, he needs a little bit of polish, just a little bit of experience to get his bearings a little bit, but he's still the best option you have in right field.
Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for
so, I mean, what he's doing here, I have no idea. So all to do with his draft position, really. Taking him in the 4th round was just an insult. But Gordon Freeman knew he was, as Nottingham gives it a good go, but that's going to fall short. Gordon Freeman knew that he was going to be a superstar in MLB, and he didn't want to delay it a year. he knew he was going to have to play at least a year of minor league ball, and he figured, I'll get it out of the way early. You know, I'll stumble up on people's radar after getting drafted in the 4th round, which is absolutely abysmal that he went even that low. Anyway, so it's still a tie game. No runs on the board. 2 outs, so the 3rd inning's about to be over in about, I don't know, maybe 6 seconds.
Here's the ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center.
Look at that. Perfect.
Overran
it a tad, and that's just Gordon Freeman's speed. He's got to learn to tame it a little bit.
Still no score on the show.
I mean, I'm just flabbergasted that Gordon Freeman's not batting higher in the order. I mean, you put him back to 7th, then he immediately gets you what should have been a triple, so...
Here comes a 1-2.
Proves how wrong you were.
And that's through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second.
Well, we're in trouble now. Need a double play. The question is our pitcher capable of getting a double play?
You see, this pitch, it's falling out of the strike zone, but he goes down and manages...
It's a bit unlucky there, because, I mean, that guy just... I mean, he bribes his way into a single there. Now I got 1 on and no out.
Will stand in here. He doubled his first time around.
So what have you got? Slider, changeup.
Here's the first offering. And now
oh, look at that. Look at that. Perfect sacrifice bunt. He's going to beat it out. Gordon Freeman, ladies and gentlemen. That is some savvy.
Shutting you down. You got to look for ways to try and get on the board. So he sees an opportunity here, and he's going to wind up beating this one out.
I mean, look at that. That's just, I mean, they know that the power hitting sensation that is Gordon Freeman, they never think in their wildest dreams that Gordon Freeman's going to bunt it for single. Because Gordon Freeman doesn't need to bunt it for a single, because he's practically guaranteed a base hit. But I mean, now look at this. He bunts when no one thinks he's going to bunt. That's just cleverness right there. Outthinking the pitcher right there. I mean, it was just beautiful baseball. And this is where you gotta not let pride get in the way, because a lot of people are all like, I'm too good to hit to bunt for singles, for base hits. But Gordon Freeman realizes he's just more intelligent than the pitcher. I mean, it was a perfect pitch to bunt on, and he absolutely made it. And now he's sitting pretty at second base, moved the runner up, got on base himself, and made the pitcher and the catcher look like a fool.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Oh, classic
in the meantime, now it's a 1-2 count. And this is another good reason why Gordon Freeman made it. So now, that even with this, there'll still only be 1 out.
1-2, and a bouncing ball, foul.
Let's see, the best bit now is if he can sort of... Let's see, what he really should have done there is he should have bunted himself, because that would have put runners on second and third with only 1 out. Because, I mean, we all know he's not going to do anything here. But he needs to put the ball in play. He cannot strike out here.
A 1-2. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
So, I mean, once again, he knows he's got Gordon Freeman behind him. It's a tough situation for any pitcher to deal with. But the batter, too, he's got to realize you got to make a play. You got to be above that.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Number 9 waits on deck.
So now you absolutely cannot hit into a double play. I don't care where this ball goes. I don't particularly care if you get on base, but you cannot hit into a double play. Ball 4, absolutely spectacular.
You can see the pitching coach heading for the mound, and this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. He's been great so far,
he needs that composure. He's in trouble now. He knows it. We're going a little bit overboard here with how long I wanted this part to be, but I mean, really, it's worth it. I mean, we get to see more of Gordon Freeman, and just look at the mayhem he is causing right now. You honestly think that if he doesn't beat out that bunt single, that pitcher knows he's in trouble, gets him down 0-2, gets it back to a walk, which was just some really poor pitching. The moment's getting to him, it really is. It's high stress time. Gordon Freeman has made the play. He's gotten the runner. He got the runner to second. He got himself on base. The pitcher had to be perfect. He wasn't. Now it's bases loaded, nobody out. I don't believe it. They're going to get a double play. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I cannot believe that happened. Why did you swing at that? No, that's entirely your fault. Why did you hit that pitch? You hit it straight back at him. If you hit it to even either side, it's an RBI. Couldn't even get that right. I mean, we still have 2 on, but there's 2 out now.
Stepping in now, Jason Friday, as he'll take a look at a slider
and strike
here
one.
the zone for strike one.
Boy, he had a good pitch
I
to
will
hit.
say
That was a
this.
slider
Why did you?
always in the strike zone. That
I
would've
will
been a
say
good one to
this.
go after.
Only this team could go into an at bat, bases loaded, nobody out, and then end the inning without getting a run. And this is exactly the sort of stuff that Gordon Freeman has just had to put up with. I mean, he's got amazing numbers, but just imagine how much RBI he'd have with competent teammates, how many runs he would have with competent teammates, how many stolen bases if they could just work deeper counts. But no. Now he's got a hitter's count, but there's 2 out, so he's got to make the perfect play here. The pitcher's comfortable. He's just looking at Gordon Freeman with the smuggest look I've ever seen. He can't believe he got out of that play, but he did, and he thinks it's all his own work, not realizing just how incompetent our batter was.
A 2-1 offering.
And now it's down back to 2-2. 1 pitch away from the strikeout. Here we are. I sincerely hope that the AAA team is up to snuff. Well, that was a... You know, if that's what the previous batter had done, we'd have 1 run in with 1 out and Gordon Freeman on third. Bases loaded, no outs, so they don't get any runs. It's embarrassing. At least Gordon Freeman can still do his stuff out in right field.
Set down on strikes his first time. Here he comes on 2-2. Here's the ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right.
I don't believe it. What did that happen to that ball? That ball swerved so much. Did anyone see that ball? Gordon Freeman, they're giving him an error.
Yeah, it looked like a fairly routine play there. Don't know if he took his
What are you
eye
talking
off the
about? Did you not
weapon. He
see
winds
that
up
ball
basically
swerved right at the
leaving it on
last
catch.
minute and just
That's a minor,
dived
2-base
away from Gordon Freeman's glove? Wow. They slapped him with an error. That is unforgivable.
Gordon Freeman.
Well, Gordon Freeman, on the other hand, is now to batting .320. And so a slider changeup. So base hit gives us the lead.
Now the first pitch.
And you gave it right on the first pitch.
And that's through into center field. Base hit. Oh, and he runs right through the stop sign.
I can't believe it. How did he not get home?
And that'll keep our ball game tied up as the inning is over.
The hippopotamus could have made it home on that play.
No errors. And 1 man left on
Gordon
base.
Freeman gives you the
Five,
lead on a
6, and
silver
7
platter.
spots due up in the bottom of inning number
But
6,
no,
and we
you
are
throw it
tied
away.
2-2.
Gordon Freeman doesn't know what to do.
Meyer
Anyway,
will step
2
in now and
outs,
see what he
so
can do with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
not sure what voodoo nonsense happened in the last inning, but you can be rest assured that Gordon Freeman's getting the 3rd out here.
Runners lead from 1st and 3rd. Here's the pitch. Here's the ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Freeman is there.
Look
and he
at that,
puts this
perfect.
one away for the 3rd
overran it a bit,
working
but
out
he's just got to
potential
tame his
trouble.
monster
One hit,
speed.
one error in the inning, but they wind up leaving 2. We're through 6 full, and we are tied 2-2.
This is just nonsense.
Brandon
So they've got
Meredith
one on and no
stand in
outs.
now. He'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out.
So another routine play for
Set
Gordon
now
Freeman.
the pitch. Late on the fastball there as this one skied out toward right. Freeman will settle under it to make the play for the first out.
All
as the
routine,
runner will
really.
have to head back to first.
Just look at the swagger. It's not even swagger. It's not cocky if you can back it up, and Gordon Freeman can absolutely back it up. How did we give away the lead?
Gordon Freeman will try and keep it going. 3 for 3 thus far.
Slider and a changeup. What do you got for me?
Now here's the first pitch. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
That thing's coming in there hot.
The very reason I did not swing at that is I knew I could. I knew that I know Gordon knows he's going to get a better pitch.
Pitch on the way.
Like
Not
that.
fooled one
Look
bit
at
by the
that.
changeup as he
Gordon
smoked this
Freeman,
one
ladies and
into
gentlemen.
left field. That one will not be coming back. A home run.
If you can't do something,
A solo shot here
No.
to left as it's now a
if you want
3-all
something
ball
done
game.
right, you got to do it yourself. And Gordon Freeman absolutely clobbered this one. Of course, it was a no-doubt home run, like anyone had any doubt. Gordon Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Sooner or later, somebody was going to get him. That's just the first home run he's allowed out of the bullpen all season long. He's been lights out all year, but he got beat there.
I mean, you tried to throw that game away, Midland. Oh, you managed to do it anyway in the bottom of the 9th. Fantastic. Gordon Freeman ties the ball game, gets you a home run, yet you still cannot win the game. I'm amazed.
Not a lot of offense to go around in this
I mean,
one, but
that's
what
just
offense we
absolutely
did see
ridiculous.
came from this man's bat. He's our top
Well,
player of the game.
ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for now. I mean, Gordon Freeman, another monster episode, but excuse me, the team around him just crumbled, as it always does. Look at that, I got Miguel Gonzalez. Fantastic. Anyway, that's me done. I'll check in with you next time. GTFN, ta-ta for now.